Introduction. Manchester City Football Club, often referred to simply as Manchester City, is one of the most successful and popular football clubs in the world. Founded in 1880, the club has a rich history, marked by periods of both success and struggle. In recent years, City has established itself as a dominant force in English football, largely due to the financial backing of the Abu Dhabi United Group and the managerial brilliance of Pep Guardiola. This will explore the club's history, its rise to prominence, key players, rivalries, and its impact on football, both domestically and internationally. Early history and foundation. Manchester City was founded in 1880 as St. Mark's, West Gorton, by members of St. Mark's Church in West Gorton, a district in Manchester. The club was formed to address social issues in the community, such as gang violence and alcoholism. In 1887, the club moved to a new location and changed its name to Ardwick AFC, before finally becoming Manchester City Football Club in 1894. This name change coincided with the club's move to Hyde Road, which was their home until a fire destroyed the main stand in 1923. City's early years were marked by moderate success, with the club winning the second division title in 1899 and gaining promotion to the first division. The club's first major trophy came in 1904 when they won the FA Cup, defeating Bolton Wanderers 1-0 in the final. This victory made Manchester City the first club from Manchester to win a major trophy, a distinction that would later fuel the rivalry with Manchester United. The interwar years and post-war struggles. The period between the two world wars was a time of mixed fortunes for Manchester City. The club reached the FA Cup final in 1926, but lost to Bolton Wanderers. However, they made amends in 1934 by winning the FA Cup again, this time defeating Portsmouth 2-1 in the final. This era also saw City finish as runners-up in the First Division in 1921 and 1926. The post-war period was challenging for Manchester City. Although the club won the First Division title in 1937, they were relegated the following season, becoming the only club to be relegated as reigning champions. The 1950 brought some success, with City reaching consecutive FA Cup finals in 1955 and 1956, winning the latter against Birmingham City. The 1956 final is particularly famous for goalkeeper Bert Trautmann playing the last 17 minutes with a broken neck, a testament to the resilience and determination that would become part of the club's identity. The Mercer-Allison era and the first golden age. The late 1960 and early 1970 are considered the first golden age of Manchester City. Under the management of Joe Mercer and his assistant Malcolm Allison, City enjoyed a period of unprecedented success. The club won the First Division title in 1968, followed by the FA Cup in 1969. In 1970, City achieved a remarkable double, winning both the League Cup and the European Cup Winners' Cup, defeating Polish side Górnik Zabrze in the final. This era was characterized by a blend of tactical innovation and individual brilliance. Players like Colin Bell, Francis Lee, and Mike Summerby became legends at the club, contributing significantly to its success. The attacking football played by Mercer and Allison's teams was admired across the country, and City became a respected name in European competitions. However, the success of this era was short-lived. After Mercer left the club in 1971, Manchester City struggled to maintain their dominance. The club did win the League Cup again in 1976, but the following decades would see City endure a period of decline. The decline and fall. The 1980 and 1990 were challenging times for Manchester City. The club was relegated from the First Division in 1983 and spent much of the decade bouncing between the top two divisions. Although City achieved promotion back to the First Division in 1989 under manager Mel Machine, they were unable to establish themselves as a consistent top-flight team. The 1990s saw further turmoil, with the club suffering relegation from the Premier League in 1996. This period was marked by a series of managerial changes and financial difficulties. In 1998, City reached its lowest point, being relegated to the third tier of English football for the first time in the club's history. However, this period of decline would eventually lead to one of the most remarkable comebacks in English football history. The Revival and the Takeover. Manchester City's revival began in the late 1990s under the management of Joe Royle. The club won promotion back to the second tier in 1999, thanks to a dramatic playoff final victory against Gillingham. This match, often referred to as the greatest playoff final, saw City come back from 2-0 down to win on penalties. City's return to the Premier League was achieved in 2002 under manager Kevin Keegan. Although the club established itself as a mid-table Premier League team, it was clear that more significant investment was needed to compete with the league's top clubs. This investment arrived in 2008 when the Abu Dhabi United Group, led by Sheikh Mansour, purchased the club. The takeover transformed Manchester City almost overnight. The club suddenly had access to vast financial resources, allowing them to compete for top players in the transfer market. City broke the British transfer record by signing Brazilian forward Robinho for £32.5 million, signalling their intent to challenge for major honours. The modern era and the Guardiola revolution. The Abu Dhabi takeover marked the beginning of a new era for Manchester City. Under the management of Roberto Mancini, the club ended a 35-year trophy drought by winning the FA Cup in 2011, defeating Stoke City 1-0 in the final. This victory was a significant moment for City, as it marked their return to the elite of English football. The following season, Manchester City won their first Premier League title in dramatic fashion. On the final day of the 2011-2012 season, City needed a win against Queen's Park Rangers to secure the title. With the score tied at 2-2 in injury time, Sergio Aguero scored a last-gasp winner, securing City's first top-flight title since 1968. The image of Aguero wheeling away in celebration is one of the most iconic moments in Premier League history. City continued to build on this success, winning further Premier League titles in 2014 and 2018. The appointment of Pep Guardiola as manager in 2016 took the club to new heights. Guardiola, widely regarded as one of the best managers in the world, implemented a style of football that was both attractive and effective. His emphasis on possession, pressing, and versatility transformed City into one of the most dominant teams in Europe. Under Guardiola, Manchester City won the Premier League in record-breaking fashion in 2017-2018 season, accumulating 100 points, the highest total in Premier League history. The following season, City retained the title, becoming the first team in a decade to do so. They also completed a domestic treble, winning the FA Cup and the League Cup, cementing their status as the dominant force in English football. Key players and legends. Throughout its history, Manchester City has been home to many legendary players who have left an indelible mark on the club. Some of the most notable figures include Colin Bell. Known as the King of the Kippax, Bell is widely regarded as one of the greatest players in Manchester City's history. A dynamic midfielder with incredible stamina and skill, Bell was a key figure in the club's success during the Mercer-Allison era. Sergio Aguero, the Argentine striker, is the club's all-time leading goalscorer and a true legend of the Premier League. His dramatic goal against QPR in 2012 will forever be remembered as one of the greatest moments in English football history. Vincent Kompany, the Belgian defender, was a rock at the heart of City's defense for over a decade. As captain, Kompany led the club to multiple Premier League titles and was known for his leadership and determination. David Silva, the Spanish playmaker, often referred to as El Mago, the magician, was instrumental in transforming Manchester City into a force in English football. Silva's vision, creativity, and ability to dictate the tempo of games made him one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. Kevin De Bruyne, one of the best players in the world, De Bruyne has been a key figure in City's success under Guardiola. Known for his incredible passing range, vision, and ability to score from distance, De Bruyne is a complete midfielder who can influence games in multiple ways. Rivalries. Manchester City has several significant rivalries, both local and national. The most famous of these is the Manchester Derby, which pits City against their crosstown rivals, Manchester United. The rivalry has grown in intensity in recent years as City has emerged as a major force in English football. Matches between the two sides are often fiercely contested, with both sets of fans eager to claim bragging rights in the city. Another important rivalry is with Liverpool, particularly in recent years, as both clubs have vied for supremacy in the Premier League. The matches between City and Liverpool have often been title deciders, with both teams pushing each other to new heights. City also has historical rivalries with clubs like Arsenal, Chelsea, and Tottenham Hotspur, with whom they have often competed for trophies and league positions. The 2021 UEFA Champions League Final. On May 29, 2021, Manchester City faced Chelsea in the UEFA Champions League Final, held in Porto, Portugal. The match was billed as a clash between two of England's top clubs, with City entering the final as favourites. However, the final proved to be a challenging affair for Guardiola's men. Despite dominating possession and creating several chances, City struggled to break down Chelsea's resolute defence. A first-half goal from Chelsea's Kai Havertz proved to be the difference, as City fell short in their quest for European glory, losing 1-0. The defeat was a painful reminder of the fine margins in elite football, but it also highlighted how far City had come in their European journey. The 2022-2023 season. Undeterred by their previous disappointment, Manchester City entered the 2022-2023 season with renewed determination to finally conquer Europe. With a squad brimming with talent and Guardiola's tactical brilliance, City embarked on another strong Champions League campaign. In the group stage, City topped their group with ease, showcasing their attacking prowess and defensive solidity. The knockout rounds saw City face tough opposition, including Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. However, this time, City displayed a level of maturity and composure that had often eluded them in previous campaigns. They overcame both Bayern and Madrid with convincing performances, setting up a final clash with Inter Milan. On June 10, 2023, in Istanbul, Manchester City faced Inter Milan in the UEFA Champions League final. The match was a tense and closely fought contest, with both sides having opportunities to take the lead. However, it was City's standout midfielder, Rodri, who scored the decisive goal, giving City a 1-0 lead. Despite Inter's late attempts to equalize, City's defense held firm, and they secured their first-ever Champions League title. The victory was a historic moment for Manchester City and marked the culmination of years of hard work, investment, and determination. Pep Guardiola, who had been brought to the club to deliver European success, had finally achieved his mission. The win also completed a historic treble for City, as they had already won the Premier League and FA Cup that season. The global impact and community initiatives. Manchester City's success on the pitch has had a significant impact on it. The club's global fan base has grown exponentially, with millions of supporters across the world. City Football Group, the parent company that owns Manchester City, has also expanded its reach by acquiring stakes in clubs in various countries, including the United States, Australia, and India. This global network has helped to increase the club's brand visibility and commercial revenue. Despite their global ambitions, Manchester City has remained committed to its local community. The club's foundation, City in the Community, has been instrumental in delivering programs that address social issues in Manchester. These initiatives focus on education, health, and inclusion, using football as a tool to engage and inspire young people. The development of the Etihad campus, which includes the City Football Academy, has also been a significant investment in the local area. The state-of-the-art training facilities are among the best in the world and have helped to develop young talent both for Manchester City and the wider footballing community. The future. The challenge for City will be to maintain their dominance in an increasingly competitive football landscape. The rise of clubs like Liverpool, Chelsea, and Newcastle United, along with the resurgence of Manchester United, means that the battle for domestic and European honours will only intensify. However, with their resources, talent, and vision, Manchester City is well equipped to continue challenging at the highest level. Conclusion. Manchester City Football Club's journey from its humble beginnings in 1880 to becoming one of the most successful and powerful clubs in the world is a testament to the club's resilience, ambition, and vision. While the road has been marked by ups and downs, City's recent success underlines their transformation into a footballing powerhouse. With a global fan base, a world-class team, and a commitment to community and development, Manchester City is poised to remain at the forefront of football for years to come.